and the dog had my toothbrush in his mouth.
So we're back. I might take this jacket. Do you think
You
it's
hot?
Hold up.
I mean, you are
It's
hot.
It's not picking it up on the mic, so I might just roll with it. I was afraid when I was a kid, when we would play tag, I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but when I say swishy pants, do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. It's just like
I'm assuming pants that make a bunch of noise.
Yeah, like you'd be playing like hide and seek around the house, and you'd be like, "Oh, I could hear you because you're swishy pants." It's like, the pants that are.
That must be a Midwest thing. That sounds insane.
Maybe it was just a kid thing, a Midwest kid thing.
Yeah.
A thing.
The swishy pants.
Anyways, we're back. I have a swishy jacket on,
I think it'll be okay.
but I don't think it's picking up on the mic, so I'm just gonna keep it on.
I think you'll be fine for sure.
You're very vibrant today.
Ta-da!
It looks great. I don't know if everybody can see with the mics and the cords and the shadows.
My Lizzie McGuire sweater that my wonderful husband got me. Shout out to you, Lizzie. Yeah, I saw this sweater when we were out, and my heart skipped a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at the price.
Yeah.
Girl, Lizzie, you're tripping.
Lizzie's still making some sort of commission.
Lizzie better be getting some kind of scratch off of this. That's crazy, that price.
So I never watched Lizzie. It's called Lizzie McGuire. Is the show called Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like a full name.
Oh,
like
what a shame.
The Diary of Lizzie, or it's just
we might have
Lizzie.
to run that back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember it being on. It kind of reminds me of, from what I can tell, I've seen like glimpses of it.
Right.
It seems like it's a rip off of.
Whoa. The disrespect.
Let me finish. All my believers out there around 30 to 40 years old, maybe even older, will remember a show called McGee and Me.
McGee and Me. Why would it be a ripoff of that? Oh, is it because it's like a little cartoon?
It's a cartoon that he draws, and it kind of comes to life, and it teaches him things along the episodes.
That's not how this goes down.
But isn't there?
There's she's just kind of narrating her life, but she doesn't like draw out a thing, and it just starts coming to life, and she sees it on the day to day. How dare you disrespect Lizzie like that?
Okay, well,
ooh,
I guess it's not a rip. It's a rehashing. It's a remake.
Fun fact: I went to elementary school and middle school with the brother in the show.
I thought you were going to say Lizzie. I was going to be like Hillary Duff.
Oh, that'd be crazy. I did meet her before, her and her sister. Oh, it was so awkward. I felt so bad. This is going to sound way bougie, but anyways, I was at the Video Music Awards with my family, and we were backstage.
What was it called?
The VMAs, Video Music Awards.
I've never heard someone actually say it, so I was confused.
Well, I just said it just because if there's any boomishas on there, boomers, they might be like, what? But anyways, I was at the Video Music Awards with my sister. We actually have a lot of very embarrassing stories from that one event.
Okay.
One, we were totally underdressed. Two, we asked Jay-Z and Beyonce for a picture, and we had one of those like click cameras.
Jay-Z said yes.
Stop. I'm not a part of this. So we had one of those click cameras where it's like, mind you, it's like they're sitting in their seat.
Like
those yes.
Not Polaroid.
Those old school where you're like clicking it and that embarrassing one.
I'm gonna text my mom right now and she's gonna have an answer for me, but keep going. She's gonna tell me exactly
what is it called.
It's not a Polaroid. Keep going.
It is. Those disposable cameras. There you go. Hey, there we go. Anyways, we had one. So this is me before I met Lizzie and her sister. Okay. So me and my sister it's during a commercial break. We're coming down. Jay-Z and Beyonce's in the front row. We're passing them and we're like, this is our only opportunity to get a picture with Jay-Z and Beyonce. So we go, we're like, can we please take a picture? So embarrassing. They're assuming we're supposed to be in the picture. We just basically like tell them to scoot in together. So they're like awkwardly like towards each other, and we're just clicking and like taking the picture of them.
Oh, you didn't even get in the picture.
No. So embarrassing. So I remember now that I'm
somewhere
older,
in your disposable.
My sister lost the entire thing that had the pictures on it.
It was disposed.
But they were so sweet because we were young, like we were really, really little. Yeah. So I could see Beyonce was very like, oh, these little babies.
And that was before selfie, the word. And the
I should have done one of these. Jay-Z and Beyonce were right there. But mind you, so imagine how awkward it is. They're rushing us because the commercial's like almost over. They're in the front row. We have to move.
You could have just done like a little tag team, like, hey, it was
Erica. Shout out to you, Erica.
Hey, Erica. Us three take one and then we'll rotate. You hop in, I'll get one of you.
When you're in the presence of greatness like that, your brain is mush. You're not thinking smart, you're not thinking clearly. Beyonce, I remember thinking like her skin and face is so flawed. Like it was like looking into the sun.
It's funny when you meet people, you're thinking of their skin, their hair.
Well, I was just like, she was glittering, glowing. Like, it was Beyonce, dang, guys. Come on, like if you're right, it was an intimate moment too. It wasn't like a bunch. Their front row, lights are out. Everybody's kind of talking. We're like, do you mind? So
what row were you guys at? Like, were you like row 90 and you're like, hey, I think they're on front row. Like, let's run up there.
Row 14, baby.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you make your way up to row 1?
Because my god brother played in the NBA. He was pretty popular at the time. We walked the red carpet.
Wow.
Yes. Not prepared. Terrible doo-doo ratchet braids. We were all jet skiing the day before. Not prepared. No makeup. I was young.
Okay. I think the only red carpet I've ever walked on is probably when I worked at Hy-Vee. They had like a produce rug.
Oh, I love that for you. This sounds so bougie, but it really wasn't that great.
Okay.
Because we walked the red. There's nothing worse than rocking a red carpet and they're like, who?
It's kind of a tongue twister.
Who?
Did you say rocking a red
carpet? I said walking.
Walking.
I walked the red carpet and people were like, who's this?
Yeah.
So with these, whatever, it was in Miami. Long story short,
who are these two girls just taking pictures?
We were with our brother. They knew who he was, but it's like it was very awkward, and we looked insane. I hope those pictures never come out. But anyway, so we're standing in front of Beyonce, Jay-Z. Let me tell you the story, and the amount of time it took for us to go.
Oh, the lights are back on, and the show's continuing.
And they're just like still such a trooper. Shout out to you, Beyonce. They just sat there close together and just so awkward. So mind you, after that we walk away. Right. We head to backstage. That's when I run into Miss Lizzie.
But be honest, which one were you like more? Was it equally like freaking out, or was Lizzie?
It was crazy because it was like, whoa, that's Beyonce. Like it was at the height of her little like, she was really giving it a go.
Yeah.
And then Lizzie was she's, I mean, it's Hillary Duff.
Lizzie.
It's like, whoa, that's Lizzie. Mm-hmm. So
that's a cool name, Lizzie.
It's cool for like a show, but I wouldn't. Yeah. So I see Lizzie. She's busy speaking to someone, but her sister's there. Mind you, her sister's an actress too. This is when I felt so bad. So
yeah, she was on Napoleon Dynamite.
Do you know she was supposed to get the role of Lizzie? She turned it down and gave it to her sister.
What a sister. Would you do that for your sister?
Erica, if this happens, we're no longer speaking. Okay. No, we're not sisters anymore.
Would you do it for your sister? Would you be like, hey, I'm turning down this?
Well, I'm not turning it down for you. I don't know what the backstory is. I might be wrong, but that's what I heard. I heard she turned it down. Anyway, so the sister is, I felt bad because we were like, she's like, oh, did you want a picture with my sister? Like nobody wanted a picture with her. And it was like, she's like, okay, just wait 1 second. She's almost done. Like,
that is kind of,
I should have just been like, no, girl, we want you. And just sister. But you know, it was a very awkward moment. But we were so young. We were at that young age to where it was kind of like, you can't get mad at us.
That's kind of interesting just to hear that story, because just the inefficiency of taking a photo back then compared to now.
No, you know what it was? I feel like people did have like the digital. We were just like on some
you were just
backyard, like young, just snatched it from the store. We were running all over Miami at that point. So
I think every mom had a disposable camera from like 96 to 2002. My mom was just ripping out of her purse all the time. Everywhere we went,
I could see that.
All the time.
I could see that.
She got a great, capture a lot of moments.
Yeah.
But that was something I can definitely, like, when I think of disposable camera, definitely thinking of my mom just, and that sound. You can hear it.
No, that sound traumatized me because I remember the look in Beyonce's eyes when she was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, how did they even get right here with that? Crick, crick, beep. Imagine how long that takes when you're in front of Jay-Z and Beyonce and they're leaned in for a picture. It felt like forever.
It probably was.
Oh, it was.
The VMA was probably back on and you were still.
And then as I look up into the audience, you see like Paris Hilton, all these different people, and now they're all looking and they're rushing us.
Were you, let me guess, 25?
25? No, I was very young.
Oh.
I was maybe 9th grade.
Oh, okay.
8th grade, 9th grade.
I feel like at that point it's kind of like,
that's what made her. That's what made it okay, because she was kind of like, they're little mamas, little girl. Like we were just, and they're like, you didn't want to get in the picture. We were. I'm telling you, your mind is mush when you meet people that are that famous.
Mm-hmm. I'm not super educated on their fame. Were they like top tier fame at that point? At
that point, okay. It was like you were in the same breathing room as her.
Wow.
Yeah, I spoke words to her. Can we get
room?
Can we get a picture? She's like, sure, baby. And then it was an awkward moment. Like, did you want to get? We were like, oh no, just huddle up. I'm telling you, Beyonce to huddle up with Jay-Z, and then taking an additional 2 minutes to crank this camera up.
Was there anyone like directly beside them, or was it just them?
The only people that I can see. Oh no, it's full of famous people. It was the famous people section. Because if they call you for an award, you got to get up and go. So you know how they put all the famous people together. The only people I can remember is Paris Hilton. And
if you're at the VMAs and they give you like row 44, you're like, I'm definitely not getting an award. Or do they know that they're getting an award pre-hand?
So you know you're nominated. You know you're nominated.
But you don't know if you're getting.
But I think it's getting grim as the seat number goes up. You're in 200. You know.
Yeah.
But I think if you're nominated, they always give you like close enough.
Okay. That
just
makes sense.
you know, just so like so you guys get like the decent seats, and then just so the camera can be on your face, like, oh, this person. They show you in the audience. You know, you give the little, you know, happy for everyone here kind of clap.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But somehow we got row 14. I was in the mix. Paris is 2 seats away. You know who's sitting in front of me? The Gotti brothers. They had like a reality. John Gotti, his
dad like kill a bunch of people.
Yeah. Complete murderer, psychopath. Allegedly. But I was sitting. His grandsons were right in front of me with the mom.
His who?
Grandkids. Wow. They had a big reality show at the time. I was sitting right behind them. Actually, if we go back to that VMA, you can see me, JD. Shout out to JD and Gilbert. They're doing that stupid thing that Dave Chappelle would do. You remember when Dave Chappelle would do that? They're doing it on camera in the audience.
That's hilarious.
Being idiots. So
that's a good story.
Saw Miss Lizzie.
So we were at it's called Box Lunch at the mall. I can't remember. We were in I can't remember what mall it was.
Los Angeles. It was the Sherman Oaks Fashion Square.
Fashion Square.
Yeah.
Fashion Square, Box Lunch. And great store. A lot of like nostalgic pieces in there. It's always rotating. It's kind of a cool place to go. Yeah.
A keychain is $80 in there.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Keychains are hard to come by, I guess. I don't know.
And you know how they get you. You know how they get you, honey.
Someone's cornering the keychain market, I guess.
Listen, they bring back your old childhood memories and they make it into like sweaters and bags and stuff. So of course you're gonna buy it. If they had an Even Stevens section, you'd clean up.
It would be empty every time I'd go in there.
Of course, because just how I was when I met Ms. Liziana, you were worse.
Why?
When you met.
Why do you always do that though? You turn everybody's name into it.
Because all my homegirls have Isha. They're all my homegirls.
Oh my goodness.
So you were worse when you met the guy that you think is cool.
So
from your show.
It was a day to remember. It was a fantastic day. The birds were chirping. The sun was out.
Right.
It was a glorious day. You might think we're talking about our wedding. No. This was the day
that I met our wedding.
Beans, Aaron Garen. And why do I know his full, middle, and last name?
Yeah, what's up with that?
They probably only mentioned it one time on the show, and it stuck with me forever.
For those of you that are not knowing who we're talking about, do you want to tell everybody who that is?
So Even Stevens holds a special place in my heart, and it always will. It's a great show. And most people out there are probably laughing because they either don't know what it is or they're laughing because they are on the edge of their seat because they want to know what happened.
Right.
So what was this? I don't know. Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Whoa. So we went to Universal
Studios Hollywood. Mm-hmm.
And I knew you were going to say that.
What? Universal Studios Hollywood?
Universal Studios Hollywood.
Because they're going to think Orlando.
So we were at Universal Studios Hollywood. And
my only thing is, should we tell this story? Because it's like giving up his...
I don't think...
I feel like everybody... Okay.
He loved it. He was great. Great sport. So this was about 2 years ago. And I wanted to check out the Nintendo Land. It was like the first one that opened in the U.S. And as you kind of... what's Universal Studio Hollywood, USH. It's kind of a unique park because it's almost like layered. It's like you got half a park upstairs, and then you take like 8 escalators down to the second part of the park. Which the second part,
when you're tired though, those escalators,
they're kind of trippy too. Don't they feel like you're kind of like falling?
Yeah,
there's something going on there. But so as we're about to enter Nintendo World, Nintendo Land, I'm like, hey, like, let me just get because I think the line was going to be long. And something about long lines. I got to have some sort of entertainment, whether it's my phone,
a little snacky
conversation, a little snacky. So I was like, hey, like, let's get a drink. Which, side note, if these places, and I might have to copyright this, why are they not, when you're in line for an hour, 2, sometimes 3 hours for a ride, I want it to be like I'm at a baseball game. I want guys walking through with funnel cakes, with snow cones.
That is so genius.
With lemonade. Like, why not?
Because then you have to hire more staff. That's more money out of your pocket.
I suppose, but
they wait till you're nice. They let you get nice and hungry in the line. So when you get off, it's go time. You'll buy more.
I think it would just provide efficiency. Then you're like, hey, do you want to get some food? Nah, let's just get in line. We'll get some food there.
Because then if you get the food in line, you're not going to go to their restaurants. They want you to get nice and hungry so you can go to their restaurants.
Yeah. Anyways, you're probably right.
I used to work there. That's why I know.
I think it's a good idea. So as my heart is racing just talking about it. It brings back good memories.
What a day.
So we're walking into this Starbucks. I'm like getting excited talking about it again.
Out of nowhere, I didn't know what was going on at first. We went to get a coffee, and then all of a sudden, his breathing just started to change, and he was
basically like this. So I go up,
yeah,
just a regular day, it's a regular Tuesday. Order my drink, probably a large iced coffee with a little vanilla.
Right, a little too much vanilla.
Yeah. So
his coffee looks like milk. It's terrible.
As it's being made, they're like, hey, stand over in the little corner. You know, we'll hand you your drink. Well, as I gaze over at, seeing who's making my drink, it's a little lad. It's a little
lad.
And right away, I was like, I know this person. I know him. Because I'm not good with names, but faces, I could come across somebody.
And for me, I don't see how he knew him off of the face, because he looks absolutely nothing like what he did on the show.
Way different. I'm gonna throw up some pictures of what he looks like as a child,
before, after, and you're gonna see why I was confused that he was even able to. You must be a super fan at this point, because I'm like, how did you recognize him?
Yeah. Well, had it been just on the streets of LA, I would have right away been freaking out knowing who he was. But when you're in a theme park, you are in a whole different dimension,
right? And
you are now at a Starbucks getting a drink, and never in your wildest dreams would you think that your childhood star dream friend is making your drink.
Well, that's you, but for people that are born and raised in LA, that's normal to see like a celebrity doing something random, or I don't know, going for a workout, running into celebrities.
You're probably right.
I think this one was a little sad.
Well, yeah, but this one struck a chord because, like, to me, like I've been around some celebrities just like over the course of the last, I don't know, 5 years, and or just like athletes, right? And I'm like pretty calm about it. But when it's a childhood, there's something about it that it just like.
I agree.
I don't know. I think it's like it just brings you back, and you're just like,
when life was just perfect.
Yeah, probably.
I agree.
But so I see him, and I lost my breath, and I was like,
he was hyperventilating. He was having a full panic attack, and what was weird to me was his name tag said Steven.
And
I said, there is no way that this guy's name is Steven and he was on Even Stevens. Like, no. So I'm telling him no. I'm being, you know.
Well, and I didn't remember his actual name,
but I just thought, what are the odds?
Yeah.
So I go on my phone to look it up, and I look up at him like, you're right. That's him.
The moment I saw it on her phone, I knew it, but in that moment I like saw it and I was like
freaked out, like full fanboyed out.
I was literally like,
and mind you, he's making his drink, so it's like
he made my drink. So that is so funny.
He is fanboying out of breath.
The beans of Starbucks made my drink. His nickname on the show is Beans. Shia
I'm not
LaBeouf
a part of this.
Just gives him his name. Well, anyways, I'm full on. I leave. I literally.
He just leaves. He disappears.
The funniest part too was this was like probably like our 4th or 5th date. It was like
it was pretty early. Yeah,
it was pretty early on, and I was just like, I gotta get out of here. And so, I walk out. I don't know who to. I call my brother, and I'm just like,
fanboy going crazy.
You're not gonna believe this.
You were going crazy, and I was like, okay, so what do you want to do about this?
You
were gonna leave.
I think we. I'm getting embarrassed just talking about it. I think we sat down.
We did discuss what our next move was. I said, so what do you want to do about this? Because I'll go inside and you know me, I don't care.
You were making my dreams come true, but I was
like, I'll go inside and ask, is he available for a picture or like something signed, something? So
I remember, we literally there's the Mummy ride right next to the Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I literally remember we sat down and I was just kind of like,
he had to gather himself.
What do we do? I gotta do something. That's Beans in there.
That's Beans. So I said, you know what, we're gonna give it a go.
The beans. We got to get a picture.
We're gonna try to do something. So I go back in there. I go up to the register and I'm talking to this girl who is looking at me crazy because I think she, you know, at first I think she thought we were coming back to complain about the drink.
Yeah, probably. Very common trend there.
Yeah, they're probably. So I already see the like slight eye roll, like, oh, here they come. There's something wrong with their drink. So I said, I'm so sorry to bother you, but my boyfriend is a huge fan of Steven. Is there any way you can ask him for like a picture or a signature? Something, you know, I gave her the voice, like a picture, a signature, something like anything.
I'm over there just like,
and she's looking at me like, Steven, like,
I'm just holding my drink, like,
yeah, he's just not. I was like, I got this. So she's looking at me like, Steven,
like he wants
not knowing he's like an icon.
My manager.
That weirdo in the corner.
Permission slip? Is this a waiver?
What? She's looking at me crazy. She's young. It's not of her time. So I can see why she's like, why him, my coworker? And, you know, she went to ask.
Sorry.
What?
I just remembered, though, what tipped it all for me was he called my name. And that's in that moment where I was like, that is him.
The TH was...
When he said my name, I was like, that is his voice. That is Beans Aaron Garin.
Nathaniel? Is that what he has a lisp? Did he say it like what?
I don't think he has a lisp. No.
Do you want to make a bet on this?
I don't think he has a lisp.
He has a strong lisp. His THs are together as one.
They just
let's make a bet on this.
They spill into each other.
Yeah.
My hands are so cold.
Oh, they're so cold. Anyway.
It is 8 degrees down here.
It's so cold. That's why I keep going, sorry you guys, but it's freezing.
Well, anyways.
I asked her for the picture. Long story short, Beansy boy.
She came back to us. I'm about to have another panic attack. She's like, he's outside for you. And
he can do it, but he can only, the other manager comes up. He can do it, but he can only do it for a short amount of time and outside of the store. So he has to like take his stuff off, go around the back and meet us on the outside. Oh, crushed my little soul.
He was one of the nicest,
so sweet
people,
so sweet
I've ever had an interaction with.
Because he could have been like, no.
Mm-hmm. Part of me was kind of like, what do you do? What's happened?
What can he do?
Why are you over there? I should be over there. You should be over here.
Let me make you a drink.
Yeah,
Beans. Because you made me laugh back in the day.
He's still funny.
So sweet. Such a sweet shout out to you, Beans. Steven, Steve.
That was a fun moment. We got a picture together. I got one solo.
Mm-hmm. If you put that picture up, guys, rough day for me.
I'm putting it up. But
oh, it's a bad picture, but whatever. Fine.
It was a great day.
He was such a good sport.
Oh,
and yeah.
You remember what else happened?
Oh, we saw him on the way out. And I was like, "Don't
that
you
part
dare!"
was kind of embarrassing because so we're taking these 18,000 escalators up. It looks like a Inception going up.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Kind of like going up these escalators like this, and we're talking, and we're reminiscing about the day, and of course I'm still just like, I can't believe it.
It was always about beans that day. And I got ignored.
We're like openly talking about him. And I don't know if it was you or me, but you're like, I think it was you. Mm-hmm. You're like, he's right behind us.
He was right.
Beans was two feet from us.
There's nothing worse than when you're talking about somebody and then you realize they're right there.
Yeah.
That happened at Cheesecake Factory last night. You were giving it a go and I was like, stop. He's right there. And then he sets, because we were complaining about our butter and bread and butter coming too slowly.
It was all like jokingly, not really.
We weren't really going in on him, but it's still an awkward moment.
It was like one of those moments where you're kind of jokingly like, I wish I had my butter right now.
Yeah.
And then you said, apparently it was his actual name to me. And so I'm like, yeah, Malcolm, come on.
Oh,
and he's like,
terrible.
You're like, ooh. Yeah,
I was like,
right
stop.
Got the butter.
And he's like, how close? And he's already sliding the bread and butter on the table. So awkward. But shout out to you, Malcolm.
Malcolm in the middle.
Malcolm was right in the middle with that bread and butter.
But yeah, so it was a fun experience that apparently I'll never forget because that was over 2 years ago. And
yeah, I really saw your true colors that day. Because before then, I think you were keeping it cool and cute. And then all of a sudden you just...
The walls were gone.
I was like, oh, so this is who he is. A blubbering pile of
beans. I was just a baked bean that day.
And I saw him a couple times after that myself alone because I worked up there, and I saw him a couple times. Sweet guy, such a sweet guy.
Well, he wasn't the only celeb we've seen recently.
Who else?
If I say Santa Claus, does that ring any bells?
Oh, now this one is a little different. Okay. Okay. I have a love-hate vibe with this particular experience.
Okay.
We were visiting LA.
Hanging out with family. We were at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Right.
USH.
Headed out. Ladies, all I had to do was keep my mouth shut.
We were parked miles from the park and we were making our little banter back.
Right. Walking back down that hill, if you know about Universal Hollywood, there's this big long hill that you walk.
Universal Studios
Hollywood. All I had to do was keep my mouth shut, but I saw what do they call that thing?
A billboard?
No, but it's like
a digital board.
No, there's another like cuter name. Not Jumbotron, but like something.
A screen. Digital
It's
screen.
like a
marketing.
Marquee, like kiosk. It's not kiosk. What am I talking about?
Yeah, the red box kiosk is
whatever.
Kiosk.
It's one of those things where it keeps the screen keeps the billboard, but it keeps changing. It's like a screen. Yeah. It's not like just a solid one. Anyways, I saw that Drake Bell from Drake and Josh was going to be performing at City Walk. And I was like, oh, look, Drake Bell's going to be performing up here. I just had to say nothing. So I talked myself into that one.
The moment she said Drake Bell is going to be here, I was like, huh?
So we're going, right? I'm like, what?
Well, first, we didn't know the date. So we're like, oh, like, let's wait for it to rotate back.
So now we're waiting for this thing to go back around again.
Maybe 12 minutes to see Drake Bell pop back on this thing.
It had so many advertisements, and I'm like, Lauren, all you had to do is shut up.
I was like, maybe that was the last time they showed it, and like they deleted the file.
That's how long
we
waited, and they go so quick. So your boy Drakey finally came back.
He's gonna be here tomorrow.
I said, oh great, I love that. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I look up at you. You have this look on your face like, well, I mean, surely we're going to that, right? I'm like, no.
It was, yeah. I was very happy.
It was good to see him, especially after watching that documentary.
We took the trolley up.
We trolleyed
Do we
up.
want to talk about or no?
Y'all, listen.
I wish my dad was there for that moment, or my grandpa.
And my dad. They would have all been saying something.
Okay, so
where do you begin with that?
when we were going to USH, it was a journey. So we drive there, we park pretty far away because it's like $2 parking compared to like $20. And I'm not paying, sorry, Drake. We're not paying $20 to see Drake. Because also too, it was like, oh, he'll be here from 7 to 10 show. But in short, we didn't know exactly when he's going to be on.
Mm-hmm.
I did some research on Facebook and found that he had responded to someone's DM or comment that he was going to be on
Drake himself?
It was probably, his mom or marketing team. And he was going to be on at 8:30.
Not his mom.
He was going to be on at 8:30. So I was like, hey, we don't have to leave till blah, blah, blah time. Anyways, we park pretty far away. Like we're going across bridges, parking lots. Yeah.
We're doing a real Dora the Explorer experience just to get to see Drake Bell at this point.
We get up there and we get up to the show. And they got the DJ. What was I don't know who it was, DJ something. I could look it up.
I'm so sick of these generic DJs.
He's pretty good though. But next thing you know, we're moving forward. We're like 8th in line. I'm like basically
pushing us to the front. I was making if I'm coming up here to see Drake Bell and I have to sit through this, I want to actually see him.
Yep. We were, I think, second row. Debatably, you could just say we were in the first row.
Yeah.
But just kind of like off to the side.
Yeah. And if you guys are like 6 feet and above, stop sitting in the front. I had 3 guys 6'2" and up standing in front of me.
Yeah. Got to get there earlier.
Whatever.
Could have walked.
Whatever.
So, concert was great. Honestly, in my opinion, I thought it was good. When you think of Drake Bell, you probably think of like theme songs, like a little punk rock vibe. It was like a actual like jazz concert almost. It was like pretty much a jazz concert.
I thought the band was great. I thought the bass, what was it? Cello bass player. The whole band was amazing.
He was riding that thing like it was
He was standing on this cello, like
he was jet skiing on it.
Crazy like talented.
He was good.
It was a great thing to see. I thought the band was incredible. Yeah. I thought a couple takeaways, seeing how proud his dad was standing on the side of the stage.
That was cool.
But it was like
his dad was everywhere though. Did you see that?
The show started. Maybe leave the stage.
You would have thought this was his
front.
First show. But his dad was
so proud.
His dad was in the back. He was in the front. He was on the side.
Filming the whole time. Like so proud of. It
was cool.
He was more. Yeah, he was so proud. Mom Dukes was there. I was kind of giving her the little stink eye.
She was there. I'm assuming his girlfriend was there. He had like a full family.
Yeah, like, his girl was doing too much.
They had a section.
Yeah, they had a little family section.
The cool thing though was because of the venue, it's basically just like a strip mall, like a mall, outdoor mall. And it was just like a very like open, friendly environment. Like it didn't feel like, oh, like I gotta push people around to get up front. Like everybody was just enjoying it. What'd you think of the songs?
So it came to
full Christmas
show. So there were Christmas songs, which I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's Christmas time. I thought he was going to come sing his own songs, whatever. I thought it was like a gift to City Walk. He's going to have his own music. We're going to hear I found a way.
Oh, the classics.
You know, the one that we're all here to hear.
We're here to hear.
We're here to hear. He sat there and did about 2 hours of Santa Claus songs.
So the first song,
but they all kind of sounded the same.
So the first song, he kind of had like an Elvis vibe.
Yeah,
kind of how he carried himself was kind of Elvis.
Kind of Elvis vibes. Kind of
like a ish
swing,
kind of swingy, almost like the Even Stevens theme song.
So yeah, very good, very talented. Drake, you're talented. I'm not taking away from that.
Everybody was talented.
But if I heard him say Santa one more time,
the first song, it was Hey Santa, 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 hey Santa.
I was like,
for about 3 minutes, and it's like you're looking at your watch like, okay.
And then of course he's leaning over to me. I wonder what the song is called. I'm like, I can't right now.
And then The one thing that I did kind of like about it was like I said, it's kind of like a jazz concert ish.
It was like a jazz
song, kind of just like we're ripping them one right after the other.
Well, yeah, because they're all the same. They're just switching a couple
words. They're not really
words.
pausing. There's not really. He didn't really talk. He probably spoke like a paragraph the whole
Poor
night.
Drake. He seemed a bit like, all right, let's do this.
Maybe.
Yes.
But the first song ends, and then the second song starts back up.
Yeah.
But since the songs kind of went like one right into the other, it almost felt like they were just singing the same song again.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like, hello, Santa. Hello, hello, hello.
Santa.
So it was fun. But the first like 4 songs could have almost been like
one long song.
Yeah, it was like a 12-minute.
By the fourth one, I'm looking at you and I'm like, I'm gonna go insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing my mind. And he knows why we're all here. We all want to hear the theme song to Drake and Josh.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it between, like when there was kind of a pause. I would say like every 4 songs there was like a little bit of a pause. People were just shouting out,
screaming
like,
the song, like we want to hear
quotes from the show, like
singing the song.
I'm a soul man. They were hug me, brother. Like they were really like, having fun with it.
I feel bad because he's extremely talented, and to know his backstory, it gave a vibe there that we all wanted him to feel supported and loved. So I felt that in the crowd, that everybody's like, you can come up here and suck and we're all going to scream for you because we want to support you, you know?
It was cool. There was a good amount of people.
There was a lot of people. I was shocked.
I'm good. Like I said, I'm good with faces. I'm not good with names, but I'm also really bad at guessing numbers of people. But I would say
about 1,000.
Oh, I was going to say 2,000.
2,000. I would say that. Because you got to remember, it's at City Walk where people are freely walking through. So people are stopping, probably didn't even know there was a concert. So he looked out to a big crowd, and I know it probably felt really good.
Yeah. There was probably 2,000 to 3,000, I would bet.
But if he said Santa Claus one more time and I didn't hear I found a way, I was going to find my way out of
I was literally
I was going to find my way out of City Walk because I was going crazy. I could not take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore.
He sings an hour. He had a good set list, hour long maybe. The other thing that was weird though was like I didn't recognize any of the songs.
No.
And I'm pretty versed in Christmas.
The Grinch. He did the Grinch.
He did the Grinch, yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're at like hour mark, 1.5 hours deep, and we still have not found a way. And it's done. So that's over.
Yeah, I said he's not doing it. He's not going to do it.
And one more song.
Yeah, and all of a sudden we hear them cue it up, and
so he starts it like the actual song is like dun, 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 like that speed. He's doing it like halftime, and my little knowledge of music and the song and like I've played drums.
Right.
I was like, he's playing it. It's happening.
He started
He's doing it.
I saw that look come over his face again, like when he saw Beans
was on stage,
and yeah, he went pretty.
He started playing it.
Crazy.
The crowd just erupted. The one song everybody was waiting for. The one song everyone knows the lyrics to. Yeah, I think my theory was he saved it to the very end because he knew like if I throw this off
if it's in the middle, these people are leaving.
800 people just left.
Dang. That's almost like when they have the kindergartners, they save them for the end to do the Christmas performance because they know everybody's going to leave.
Right.
They save the little babies. Even in a recital, they save the tiny ones at the end.
That's really funny. Which also, too, though, you would think, like, let's get the loud, probably the most destructive kids. Like, they're young.
No, so theirs is the cutest.
Let's get them out of the way first.
Theirs is so cute.
But Drake, you did good.
Yeah, Drake.
It was a good time.
Yeah, so Hey Santa, Drake, you did that.
You did it. And
would you go back next year?
I was just about to say, if he is back under the right circumstances, I would go back.
And I would love that for you. And you can go alone.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Christmas music. I like Drake. And it was a good time.
Drake Bell.
5 out of 5. You've done some music.
I have done some music for the Disney Channel. I back in the day, not anymore.
Is this pre or post Beyonce photo?
Post.
Okay.
So
I figured.
Post Beyonce photo. I'm trying to remember. David Banner, of all people, is the one who connected me with the Disney people. If you look up David Banner, you'd be like,
yeah, who's
he has
David
a
Banner?
connect. He's a rapper.
Okay.
I used to do.
With his work.
Me neither. I mean, a couple songs, but I used to do background work and vocals for other R&B artists, and there was an opportunity with him to do some work for Disney. So I would go to the studio. Very challenging work. Okay.
Is it actually like a Disney studio?
Yeah. Well, it's a very plush studio, but the work is for Disney. I didn't go to like a Disney.
Did you get to do the dun, 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 dun?
I wish. No, I think you have to be like an actual like actress on Disney to do it.
I thought maybe that's like how they warm up your voice. Okay, we're gonna warm up our voice.
Right. But you know what? I feel like all of us girls have done it in our rooms at one point, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've done it.
Oh, for sure.
My name's Lauren Witherspoon, and you're watching Disney Channel. You know.
I'm pretty sure there's one of Beans, and I gotta find it.
No, I'm sure they only gave it to.
I'm talking about Beans too much.
Miss Liziana only got one. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, working for Disney is very challenging. There is no prep work unless you're an actor. I mean, yeah, of course they give you the script and stuff like that, but you're coming there day one, you're learning it on the spot, and you better be ready to go on the spot. So what I would do, I would go in there, sing the songs, and they would let the actor or actress hear me sing it. So then they just redo what I sing.
Hear me.
Exactly. They would redo what I sing. And luckily if they keep any of your actual vocals on the track that goes into production, you get a check. You get paid. So,
is it actual dollars or like Disney bucks?
You know what?
Disney
I wish
currency.
They broke it up into Disney dollars and real. No, I'm just joking.
We have this running joke.
Real money.
Disney's probably going to take from us that we believe that there's like a Disney currency exchange once you enter the park that $10 equal $1 Disney buck.
That would be wild.
So if they had paid you in Disney bucks, you'd probably be worth millions.
For sure.
So
one that I can remember is a show called Shake It Up. It's not on anymore, but I was doing the background vocals for Bella Thorne.
Okay. So explain to me that. So you would, since you are like actually talented in singing.
Thank you.
You would sing
the whole song,
and then
I would do the whole song, backgrounds, everything, harmonies, everything that's in the song.
The other person, the Disney kid,
the Disney star,
would then be like, "Oh, okay, now I know actually how to sing the notes." That's kind of
right. Okay. They come in, they listen to it, they mirror me, and then they take my voice completely off. That's how they don't pay you. But if they keep any of your vocals, even a little, you get paid.
Little runs at the end,
right?
Little harmonies.
So on this one particular song, they kept.
Do you remember the song? What it was called?
Get Your Head in the Game.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait.
She redid it, a girl version of Get Your Head in the Game.
I was gonna say you should be racking.
I was racking
some money.
Oh, when the checks first started coming, I was racking it up.
But it wasn't. You weren't the Get Your Head in the Game.
Anytime she got paid, I got paid because they kept my harmonies and they kept me going like. Woo, woo. It's such a.
So there's like a Zac Efron Get Your Head in the Game.
There's his version.
This is like a remix.
Bella Thorne did a girl version. For one of the episodes on Shake It Up.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was Get Your Head in the Game.
Yeah,
that's
now,
crazy.
if anybody knows that song, it is a lot of words. Coach said to fake right and fake left. Watch it for the pick and get your eye in the fence. Gotta run to get it. I had to learn that on the spot.
It's almost not even. Well, it is singing, but it's like rapping.
Well, I had to do the background harmonies. I
guess it's been a while since I've heard it.
hearts in the song. But that part they took out because I was doing too many runs, and she's like, "Girl,
who would have thought you with too many runs?"
Shut up. I was giving it a little salt, a little seasoning, but so she ended up doing all the.
That's cool.
Yeah, I gotta show it to you when we're done. I can't believe I've never showed you this.
So, is there a way to track down this? Is it an episode?
Just
or a
type
movie?
in "Shake It Up." Get your head in the game. Yeah, go stream it because then I get a check.
On Disney Plus?
You can go on YouTube and look at it.
On YouTube.
You can go on Disney Plus. It's that. I don't know which episode it is. It's whichever one she's.
Shake It Up, the one.
Zendaya and Bella Thorne.
I was thinking, what's the one with, I'm thinking of, it's like Orlando.
That's
Bloom,
Raven. That's Raven.
But he does like a jump rope.
No. That's.
What is that called?
This one's an actual like.
Let me look this up.
With
is it Orlando Bloom or no Orlando Blue?
Corbin Blue. That's a whole nother show. So why were we even?
Corbin Blue.
Oh, that one's Kick It Off, right?
Jump In.
No,
Jump
this one's
In.
called Shake It Up.
Okay.
Zendaya, Bella Thorne.
Wow.
I never really watched the show, but I'm grateful for it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I would sing Bella. Not Zendaya. Zendaya could vocally hold her own with her backgrounds and all that. Bella needed a lot more help.
So you said they take out your voice.
They take out your voice, but
so is your voice able to be heard at all in the song? Like
on the parts that's like, what? That's me.
You.
Yeah. And when it's like, get your head in the game. It's really low, but it's there, y'all.
So I could go to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Look up Shake It Up, the show.
Yeah.
And find episode.
I don't know. I never watched the show, but we could just type it into YouTube. Look at it anywhere, because then,
that's crazy.
So anytime Bella Thorne got paid, I got paid.
I can watch my wife on Disney Plus tonight.
No, you can barely hear me, y'all. But the checks, I can hear those. So yeah, anytime I would get these checks to my parents' house, and they were really nice at first. Big checks.
Your parents or the checks?
A little bit of both. I'm joking, Mom. Yeah, shout out Ronnie Baby and Loretta. But Ronnie Baby. But yeah, the checks were great. So
we have to mention this. Sorry to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that about 800 times tonight. You guys call him Ronnie Baby. You've referred to me or referred to me as Ronnie Baby.
I have to tell you guys this quick little story. My husband.
Your dad's name's Ronnie. Your brother's name's Ronnie.
Yes. But behind my dad's back, when he was acting a certain way, we would call him Ronnie Baby. Like, ooh, he's being Ronnie Baby today. So that would let the other child know that's coming into the house, like he's in a mood, or he's being silly, or he's just being silly or extra.
He's being Ronnie Baby.
The second time he meets my dad, he says Ronnie Baby, and my dad's like, no. I don't know when you said it, but I was gagging. I couldn't believe you said that to my dad.
We gathered around watching, I think, the Lakers
full of
game.
People,
we were probably watching
Ronnie Baby.
We were probably watching Ja Morant.
Screaming.
Watching Ja.
Your boy Ja.
And we'll get into that another time.
Yeah.
But your dad has my Beans obsession is your dad's obsession with Ja Morant.
I think he'd trade my brother Ronnie in exchange for Ja Morant.
Yeah. You might
as a
trade
child.
the whole family for
at least two to three kids.
Well, we're sitting around, and had your brother not been in the room, I would have just said Ronnie, right? Because there's only one Ronnie in the room.
It's my fault. I should have told you we say it behind his back.
I said Ronnie, and like, I don't think he quite responded. So I was like, "Hey, Ronnie, baby." It definitely felt weird.
Oh my goodness! He called my dad Ronnie. He called my dad Ronnie Baby to his face. This is something we say behind his back, or when he's being like silly or in a mood, or like. I would
just casually, "Hey, Ronnie, baby." It was like a.
But now it's stuck. Now everybody calls him that, and he loves it. He's like, funny. "Is that what y'all call me behind my back?"
Man.
Well, I kind of like it. All right, now we all call him Ronnie Baby.
Spilled the beans.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny. But yeah.
Back to my checks.
Yeah.
So anytime Miss Bellisha got a check, I got a check too. So I'm looking at my checks like, if I'm getting this, what is she getting? Because my checks were large and in charge of my life at that time.
For one episode.
One episode.
That's crazy.
Imagine how many episodes they have, and they're talking and singing and doing all this stuff. And I was getting just for that little bit. So the checks still come to this day. Mind you, this is years ago I did this. That's why when they say in music, if you just do one hit that really hits, you could really live off of that, which is wild. But my checks still come today.
It's safe to say
they still come to my mommy's house.
It's safe to say they are
dwindling down.
Dwindled. I remember you showed me one.
I showed him one of the checks.
It literally says like Disney on it.
Yeah.
Like Mickey Mouse sent you.
Yeah. Oh, I got into SAG. I got into SAG because of that too. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah. Like I'm into SAG. Some people really find it hard to get into SAG, I think. I don't know if it's still like that. I guess
get your head in the game.
Back in the day, it was hard. I don't know, maybe not, but I think the last check I got from them was 11 cents. Yeah. They're so small now. I'm like, why? I don't even want to go to the bank to cash it.
Costed more.
Why would I go to the bank to cash that?
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
That's funny.
Yeah. But it's just cool to have them and to see it up there.
We can see how many people watch it and see if your checks go up any quarters or dimes.
All I need is a 30-second listen, and
that's
me
funny.
and Miss Bella will be doing all right.
Would you do it again? Would you sing for Disney again?
Oh, absolutely. They're making so much money over there, over the smallest little thing.
But would you? So if someone said like, "Hey, you can either sing for Disney Channel like background songs for a while, or for your career, or you have three choices: Disney Channel vocals, you are a writer for somebody, you never sing, you just write, or you actually are the artist. What one are you choosing?
Younger me would have wanted to be the artist, but older me, I would love to just relax and write for people.
Disney Channel would be pretty cool.
Disney's pretty sick, but what they require from you is hard. Imagine you're coming in right then and they're like, and they hand you the lyrics of Get Your Head in the Game. And you're like, what the heck? This is so much. And they're like, so you need like 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
You have 8 minutes?
I said I need 20 days.
Like a Mr. Beast episode.
It was so many lyrics. Can you believe
Memorize
that?
It.
But can you believe, like, if I just hand that to you and I'm like, they're like, do you need like what, 20 minutes? So I had to go. Thank God I worked with my Uncle Scott as a little girl. He gave me studio etiquette. He gave me, he taught me like, cause he's an engineer. So he taught me young, like, this is what they're going to require from you. And I used to think he was crazy. If I didn't have that training, they would have sent me home and got another girl. But I had that training of, you need to know it now, right now.
Right.
Just like a dancer. Dancers know if you go to an audition and they're like, and 1 and 2 and here we go. Did you get it? It's like, no, I didn't get that. And you know,
Where's
I'm
my
like,
Uncle Scott?
But no, the training I had from him where he would just give me lyrics and stuff and be like,
do they have like other people like in line? Like
they're not sitting there, but they're a call away, and you know that when you're working with Disney,
Could we get another girl on the song?
She obviously doesn't.
Lauren Weatherspoon has no clue what she's doing.
Right. So the thing is, they're not sitting. It's not an audition. So I've already booked this thing. I'm showing up as the
How'd you audition?
Worker. I was doing another song for Sierra, singer Sierra. I was doing her vocal, like, what do they call it?
This would be good on Disney.
No, they. David Banner, I owe him. I did some work on his stuff too, but they were like, he was having his own opportunity with Disney. He made the beat. He took that song, Get Your Head in the Game, and put like a little ratchet beat to it. It goes so much harder than the original. I'm saying. I'm gonna have to.
Pull
you have to look it up. It's hilarious, but. So it was even his opportunity to do stuff with Disney because he's venturing away from rap into like.
So what I'll probably do is I'll try to find.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Link. I'll put in the description or the comments.
It's not worth it. You can barely. I'm literally going. What?
It's still funny. I'll put a link in the comments or the description of the video.
It's cute, but stream it. I would love to see that 11 cents go to at least $1. That'd be get me to $1, y'all. But yeah, it was a good experience. Cool. It was it's scary, but it gave me something like that you can take to any job where if you need to learn something right now, You can't have that fear come in you. So I was grateful for that training that I had before, because they were very serious in there. That's the thing about Disney. They don't treat you like a kid, even though you're like younger. I wasn't a kid, but they don't care what age. Like, they expect like professional, like, okay, you got it. There's no like, oh, okay. Like, you know, that, because they'll call somebody else. There's a roster.
Did they
of
give
people.
you the, like what you tell the kids? You're getting too old to be acting like this.
No, because I could sense in the room it was so serious. And I could sense there's too much money to be made, and there's too much money.
He's looking right at you.
These people are. This studio was insane. You go doors upon doors upon doors, and each door like shuts off the sound.
I think what would be fun would be
crazy.
Being voice actors. That would be really fun.
They make so much money.
That would be a lot of fun.
It's so. My uncle did that. Loved it. You can do multiple episodes in a day.
Well, the thing that's cool too is like, you can literally, like, the sky's the limit. Like, you can come up with so
and if you can
many
come up with different voices, you're in the game.
The thing that's cool is you hear like all these like old Disney shows or even current, and like I think it's even like SpongeBob. Like, some of the actors are different voices within the show because they're just that talented.
Yeah, that's wild. Cool. But yeah, that was a good time in my life, and I went from there to modeling straight away, and that was even more stressful.
Modeling for Disney?
I did not model for Disney. I did audition for a couple of Disney projects, but that was rough. That was rough. I should have had a little more training on the dancing part. I don't know what made me think that they wanted you to dance like the Laker cheerleaders, but I was in there doing all that weird stuff. You know how it's like so extra? And I think they were like, yeah. Ooh, sorry. So we're going to call you.
You should have listened to
because they're like, oh, you sing good, great, like everything's checking out. Let's just see like how you move, and then I'm doing like I don't know why I thought that's what they needed. I'm thinking Disney, you know. I'm thinking
it's like the Sound
corny
of Music
cheerleading dances.
It's like the Sound of Music movie, and you're over there like doing cheers.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad. Thinking back, I should have just busted it down one time.
That's crazy.
But
well.
Yeah, shout out to Disney. You guys gave me a lot of really decent checks, and my tax lady had a really confusing time with that. She's like, "But it says here you work for Disney." So I said, "No, not like that. I just keep getting checks, but it's not like that."
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like
that
the taxes was an issue with that.
You've been working for Disney for 18 years?
I was like, no. But, you know.
Well, that's been a good episode, I believe.
Yeah.
I think we'll kind of wrap it up there. We'll put a little nice bow on top of it. Christmas is coming up, and it's going to be a wonderful time of the year. I'm going to be singing Drake Bell Christmas carols.
Please don't.
But thank you all for watching, listening. However you did it, we appreciate it.
We appreciate it, you guys.
Do all those goofy things. Like it, comment.
Oh, be nice in the comments.
What else do? You subscribe. You like, comment. Like. You hit the bell.
Notification bell.
Share it. Send it to somebody.
Thumbs. That is liking it. Wow, they require a lot.
Oh, we are, if not already, we are going to be on Instagram. We are going to be on, I think, Instagram, YouTube,
TikTok?
Maybe TikTok, but working on some things. But
yeah.
If you have any questions, comment them below. We'll kind of maybe respond according to.
I would love questions. Yeah. Appropriate questions or like advice.
Go through, see what people have to say. We'll comment back. Yes. Either comment back or if it's something to talk about, we'll talk about it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we've been going at it for about an hour. I think that's a good way to end it. Do you have a little jingle or anything for us? Sing us, get your head in the game as we get out of here.
Coach said to. Fake laugh, fake right. No, I'm not singing that.
She lost it.
It brings back traumatic.
Do you ever get that song stuck in your head?
After I left that studio, it was stuck for a minute because I needed to really, really, really get those lyrics. I kept struggling with the watch it for the pick and keep your eye on the fence. Gotta run the give and go. Take the ball to the hole. They're like, can you do that again? I was like, give me a second. Imagine that on the spot.
I'm gonna have to look this up, y'all.
Don't be afraid to shoot the outside, Jay.
It sounds like the lyrics are crazy.
They're crazy, and it's a lot of them, and it's fast. And they're like, they wanted me to get it in 20 minutes. I did it though.
Jeez. All right, y'all. We are out, and
we'll see you next time.
See you next week.